Out there, first things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. I decided to change the name from, we're going to do a Thunder Shamrock. So basically, doing something else with the Thunder Shamrock and the gaming screens. I want to do something completely different with that. So, we're going to make this new screen paint, or not screen paint, projection screens, the physical screen, part of our I think we call it ILEG exclusive, not exclusive, sorry, I put exclusive, it's not exclusive, it's exquisite, sorry, exquisite color collection. Again, I want to use these screens also toward sports, like for people who have the ultimate man cave for the Eagles or Dallas, where we may be at the end of the day. We can have a screen that'll match your team's football team. So right now, this is the surface right here, and the surface is green. So I want to do a couple of things on here. I was going to 235.1s, or 235.1s are popping up. Let me see. OLED, the perfect black. Let me get Poland and OLED. OLED, the perfect black. The microphones are right sitting next to me. Why are we having that issue? Let's try that one again. Sheesh. OLED, the perfect black. This run for bit. We have it running off our 720p 600 by 800 SVGA Epson Power Light S6. So yeah, talking to a couple of buddies of mine, showing off the screen over to them back and forth online. I got some online buddies that I hook up with all the time, and they were like, "Man, just be marketed as a color collection. You market it as a color collection. You could do just about anything else you want to do with it." So as for the the screens that we have, let's put the lights on too in here. This stuff is used to being operating in much more brighter environments. And stuff in the dark. One of the luxuries we have about our technology, we don't have to be stuck in dark environments. That's the luxury we have with our technology. Again, I said that multiple times. So yeah, we're going to market it as an exclusive color. Because with that, I got a lot of big football fans. I'm an Eagles fan myself. I would love to have a green screen set up with the green lights behind the back of it. Got a bunch of other people that came on board for that they wanted to. So we can make different forms of color screens for different teams. But we can't call it Eagles. We can't call it Cowboys. We can't call it that because we'll get sued. We have to literally contact, I guess, whoever's in the NFL. I got a few friends that know people. So maybe they can pitch a line, and maybe at the end of the day, we still got to pay money to them. That's what's at the end of the day. You can't take anything you want and just claim it as your own and make money off. You can't do that. You got to pay money to them to get permission to use their stuff. So that's what we have to do. But until then, we have a colored screen that we can basically use it for just about anything you like. But again, like I said, I'm pushing toward that direction towards sports because, again, sport business is a $1 billion industry, and to have a screen to match your football man cave, yeah, that's gonna be a big winner right there for a lot of people. Have like the man cave setup. So here's a few demonstrations off of it. I got another one we're going to make it under the table right now. Got another one on the table, a red one. And we'll go from there. I already got requests for Dallas. I already got Dallas fans in my family, a lot of them. Believe it or not, we're from Philly, and we got a lot of Dallas fans in there. And Green Bay, and what else? We got New York Giants, a bunch of New York Giants fans in there. Baltimore Ravens, you know, that the military side, they're Baltimore. But yeah, I gotta get that request. I'm gonna post it up on my my page. My family can see it because I know they're big football fans. So I'm gonna get some requests in for colored screens set up for the man cave. Because right now, one of my family members over in Dallas, Texas, which is a huge Dallas fan, of course, His screen is white. Now he has a huge 200-inch screen in his man cave that's a white screen. So we're going to convert that to a Dallas blue. Now, they can put the frame around it themselves. They can put their own artwork design around themselves. Because, again, that wouldn't be in us touching any form of... as long as they're not selling it, they're doing their own artwork around it, their own design with it, and they're not selling it, then that's fantastic. Because we're definitely against that unless we get permission from them first. But if they're doing it for their own thing, some people design their own Dallas and Eagles and whatever team you have, you design your own form of designs. You can do that. Put your own design, border around it, however you want to do it. That's something you would have to figure out. We can't show you how to do this. I know how to do it. I'm setting mine up. But I technically can't show you how to do it because, again, it's a trademark. You see how careful I am around touching a trademark? Yeah, because you can get the pants suit off of you if you mess up on one of those things. This is why you don't touch them 163 times. That's a very serious charge. And copyrights and trademarks are dangerous, man. You got to make sure that you got to put out there that you're not using their stuff without permission. If we got videos posted on the site, like the gamer site has video trailers, it literally clearly has a statement at the bottom that says, hey, none of this stuff is mine. I'm just putting it on here, blah, 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 blah. All rights belong to the company. We get all that information out there. Now, say if they contact me and say, hey, we're removing. I got no problem with that. Hey, your stuff is off my site. No problem. Nobody's trying to get sued and thrown in jail. It's a very serious charge. So look how beautiful. That's a green. It's green's green. It's actually Eagles green. It is literally Eagles green. I got another buddy of mine. He's a huge, another massive Eagles fan. He's going to be popping down today to look at it. He was like, man, I've got to have one of these in the backyard. I want one of these in my man cave. Yeah, he's going to do the whole 9 yards. The green LED lights in the back. He said, where you get the green LED lights? I show him how to get the outdoor LED lights and the indoor and all that. So he's going to hook his up. Oh, let's show you what Eagles highlights look like on this thing. Let's get some sound on this too. What the game's going to look like on this. See, got everything hooked up? Oh, pretty much, yeah. Oh, let me see. So I can see multiple colors, but no problem. Let's check out the game on here. Eagles highlights.
Exactly the same.
They go through a few commercials, as always. And yeah, that's what the game looks like on that thing. It looks absolutely incredible. It's far more advanced than the white screen. Trust me, and gray screen couldn't even touch it. And it's green. So you big time Eagle fans out there, even Green Bay Packers, because you got green in yours too. That technology right there is going to look insane in your man cave. You ever imagine the bragging rights on that you actually have a green projection screen set up? Now, like I said, we're going to have these in all different types of sports teams. Right now, we're working on red. Put your hot border around it, your design around it, man, that's the ultimate bragging right in your man cave. Look at this. And on top of that, when you watch the game with that technology embedded, I'm at 24,000 in here. Projectors sitting at roughly around eco mode. I think there's 1,600 in eco mode, and that projector again it cost me around $16.25. So your projector, your man cave, if you're just starting off, you don't have a projector yet, it's going to cost you $16.25. Our goal is that all the projectors we buy are under $200. So we're spending under $200, and our stuff looks this good. And 24,000 lumens of light over top in a commercial environment. Imagine what this is going to look like in your man cave. That means you can have all your lights on. Instead of you turning the lights off, going to that sacrifice field, if I turn the lights on and I want to show off my stuff I collected, sure, you got your jerseys and all this stuff you collected. You want to be able to show that off in your ultimate man cave. But you can't, because if you turn it on, your screen washes out. This technology, you can show off everything in your man cave, if so, and still watch your screen with all the lights on. And again, I can't express enough, it doesn't require expensive projectors, fully ultra short throw compatible, and those things are weatherproof. You can take them outside for games. So we will have these available before football season hits in, and quite a lot of colors behind it. By then, hopefully, we have some word back from the official, or I would love to get something from the official NFL. We can put our own custom borders on these. Yeah, because look at the percentage. I don't mind that. Hey, no way now. Can I flash these things off at the Super Bowl? Oh, heck yeah. And I got plenty of hardcore Eagle fans that are going to love this screen. Since it's got green in it, yeah, it works well for basically for Packers too. Let me see. Now I would say putting the borders in would be nice, and also to the LED lights to basically support your team and how you're going to do it. Let's go over to blah, blah, blah. Someone was asking me about Dallas. Now Dallas has gray and has blue. We would never put gray on that screen because it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work at all. But just to have a little fun, we're going to make one gray and we're going to make one with our blue coating into it. And you'll see the blue is going to be far more advanced than the gray. That's why we don't do the gray. Gray just doesn't work. Whatever formulas we have over here to make a screen kick, they don't work on gray. They just don't function right. Let me see. So we would switch to blue on that one. Green Bay Packers highlight scheme. What I like about the Packers, I'm not a Packers fan. What I like the Packers, that cheese head is freaking awesome. That's an awesome hat. I'm not even a fan and I want one of those hats. No matter what you watch, sports, movies, all that stuff, it's going to play on these screens. But at least in your man cave now, you can have the screen customized to the color of your team. Read color, of course. Slow color changer. You can read every color. Can you read Snow White? You can read Snow White, and it's green because it has an AG47 technology in it. So that's the technology that allows our screens to be able to read better at higher white levels. Even color screens have that application. Can you make this front and rear? Heck yeah, this stuff is front and rear. There's only surface we had the coated to was this right now, and I have a piece of plexiglass here, but that's front and rear technology. .4K snow screensaver cottage. You would expect to see a hint of green tint in there? No, it doesn't exist. That AG47, that stuff is a beast. And if it wasn't for Seymour AV, it wasn't for them, we would have never developed that stuff because we were challenging one of their screens. Their screens took out one of my silver screens. I was like, oh shoot, this thing's pretty good. So we had to develop a screen that, if you saw the demonstrations on an AG47, they can turn other screens different colors. Like that 15%er, they have that stuff in it. That's why when gray screens lay against it, they alter and change their color. They pull up a much higher white level. So we have in this. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? And we've done colored screens before. We have. But the difference between the environment, we did a color projection screen, we didn't have 24,000 of light sitting on top of us in the environment. It literally gets hot in here because of these lights over top of us. So yeah, we didn't have that much lighting. So any screen that we operate in here is being introduced 24,000 lux of light. That's a lot of freaking light for a screen to absorb in. So with that being said, that means that the average person is doing a demonstration, yeah, they're nowhere near what we're doing right now. That's why these screens operate outside real easy because they used to be in really, really harsh environments. Let's get AK Desired Nature. Of course, we butchered this one, did not. Let's take this one off. I think as many times as I've said this, that this would actually go through correctly. I got some of it. What the heck is that? Best nature videos? No. That's not what I asked for. Okay, give me this right here. Take this off. Give me that. There we go. It also has shifting technology. It means it can produce and mimic a contrast level. Is it actually real black? No, these mimic black extremely well. As we showed you in the screens, there were different colors, and we drop them on the floor, and there'd be one color, we switch them back up, and we get this all the time. People think it's chameleon. Chameleon technology works. If you walk around a vehicle that has chameleon on anything, it changes as you walk around. These don't. So it's not chameleon. They should ban that stuff too at the end of the day. You can't have it on a vehicle. It's too distracting. You'll be staring at that thing, you'll crash into something. So what we're going to do with the exclusive colors, I say exclusive or it's exclusively exclusive colors, we're going to have multiple colors on one shopping cart. The color selection is free. So you're not being charged like extra because it's green or blue or whatever. It's all the same. You just have to pick out which one you want. As we always do. Because there's no way in the world I'm going to be doing like 20 shopping carts or more than that on basically, that's just so much of a headache. We just make the color options free. Color here. So I got these panels over here. This is 235.1. Buddy let me borrow his projector. He had 235.1 setup, and I was like, crap, can I get this for a minute? He was like, yeah. So I came and did a couple of video demonstrations on it. So the panels from 235.1. Aspect ratios on the panel is 16:9, 16:10, 4.3, and 235.1. That's a set of 4. Now, for those people think, why'd you delete the other video? Because of the name. We're not going to use the Thunder Shamrock. I got something else for the Thunder Shamrock. I literally want the screens to be made out of glass. I want glass screens. I want those things to be different, special, have their own cases, stuff like that. I want the cases to be to pop open. You got a little bobblehead doll that matches your screen. You got a little comic book with it. The whole setup, like something really crazy and exclusive. Those things got to be different. So we're going to wait till we get the equipment for that. Because I want them to have their own cases and everything with them. But I do need a color collection. We don't have one. Now people may get these too, not only for sports, but a different color screen to match your environment at your home. Could be anything. Gamers at the end of the day, they love screens in different colors to be able to match their environment, PCs, whatever. We're into that custom coding, crazy stuff. We like to do that stuff. So yeah, but wait till you see the fluorescents. The fluorescents are a beautiful screen. Oh man, I can't even tell you what that thing does. What it looks like at the end of the day. I'm getting one. I'm gonna tell you from the door. It takes gaming to a different level. It does. It does. It's a really, really gorgeous screen. Can't wait to show those off. Now I like the Flex we have over here, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to convert the Flex, the ones for PCs, we're going to convert those into the fluorescents. We have to. Because man, the vision I saw and what those are going to look like are going to be incredible. Keep in mind, like I said, all our technology comes from God. So I get a chance to see the final version of what they look like. They're going to be gorgeous. My customized GTA PC I'm building for myself, or portable, I can carry around with the micro ATX motherboard. That thing is going to be a nice little setup. I saw the case I wanted. It has that kind of retro kind of Vice City look to it. Can't wait to set that up. And I haven't decided what color I want my screen. I don't know if I want it like in a blue, or if I want it in a pink. I wish I had marble. What are the marble screens? See, another idea popped in my head right there. Can we marble screens? I pray on it, see what the Lord has for us. The Lord said we can do it, we can do it. Until then, this technology we have here is absolutely gorgeous. I was already in a couple of forum sites and their jaw dropped in there. Like, no, free. Yeah, screen doesn't have to be traditional colors. I went to that and we're developing black technology. Just about every day. Oh, screens aren't supposed to be black. Screens aren't supposed to be black. Screens aren't supposed to be black. Who has a black projection screen? Da, 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 da. I've heard every name in the book. And I mean, this is before I ran into these guys ran into us. Yeah, I've been to so many forum sites on the whole thing about a black screen. It's not even funny. How's that working out for you? Yeah, I got that so much. Oh, screens are supposed to be traditional gray, traditional gray, traditional gray. Yeah, see, you spent all that time denying real technology we had in front of you. Now it's too late. You can't catch up to one of those things. Now, how long it takes to develop a black screen, it takes a long time to do it. Any place you go to, for anybody who's going to sell that thing for you, they're going to need a ton of testing. They won't touch them unless you do a ton of testing on them. They have to know that thing works. It's a black screen behind you. It's going to have to be to generate light in really high, well-lit environments. And if you use high-power projectors to fix that problem, this is not going to go well for you because those high-power projectors are expensive. And that's going to cost companies money. It's going to cost your customers more money. Yeah, it's going to cost a lot of money. So yeah, the distributorships, if you're doing business with one of them, they're going to request a lot of tests. And if you have not tested, and you're just throwing something out there, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Like making up your own gain that doesn't exist. Now that ILEG and Fusion Light Energy gain, we can back that up anywhere we go. We got screens that fire up outside at 50 to 300 lumens in direct sunlight. So I have a right now to call that whatever the freak I want, because I got it to do that. I can literally have people come out there any time of the day and look at it, which I plan to do, by the way. So I'm going to show off that screen. That gain, I'm showing up as much as I possibly can. But as you can see, our color and our contrast and all that stuff picks up quite nicely on our green screen. Colors are nice and bright. 4K snow screensavers. Literally, we going through and all of a sudden, like, boop, nope, come out of show. Yep. Let's do another one in white levels too. I'm gonna do this one. I'm dying to do this one. Let's do let's see. Skyworth food demonstration. What did they give me? Nope, not what I asked for. Skyworth food demonstration. Had it right the first time. I switched it right back over. What the heck is this? Right here. So I'm gonna do this one right here. Bring me a little closer on it. There you go. And it reads white. So that new upgrade version of an AG47, any color we make, we drop that stuff in, automatically reads a white level right through that projector. Don't change it, don't tint, nothing whatsoever. Isn't that pretty cool? Lord gave us that technology. So while people are on their traditional screens, we're outside the realm. We're out here on black technology. The gunmetal technology engineer, oh, that thing is going to be absolutely insane. It's going to do something that no other gunmetal screen ever had the capability to do. That's front and rear. Transparent technology that can absorb sunlight. We got a black screen to absorb sunlight outside at 300 lumens. If we got that at 300 lumens, we know our gunmetal can easily read with no problem. Or any one of these color ones can do it too. Which on the test went outside in direct sunlight. No, that's going to start becoming the new test for us. We're testing screens in direct sunlight. And everybody else is talking about, how do they test their ambient light rejection? Which I'm curious. I got to look into that. How do projection screens test their ambient light rejection? Because if you use the lines of saying, well, you know, you have to have a meter, you show me what meter we're going to use that's going to read at 100,000 to 120,000 direct sunlight. Because we're outside and we do our tests. So I'm curious how that one's going to work. Because we can't even use those meters. I got to get a special camera to read out there because it messes with the camera big time. So we have to have all special equipment to run our screens when we like to play at. That's why I said I want to get that greenhouse. I want to do our videos in a greenhouse, which would be sick. All this light pushing around the screen, and you get the screen that pops up, and a projector pushes it in a greenhouse. Tell me that would not be sick looking. And everybody else is sitting there trapped in the dark. That's what I've always done. When I started developing gray paints, I did the opposite of everybody else. Everybody was in these dark environments, little lights in corners. We did the opposite. We did demonstrations in fully lit environments. Let's say not fully lit environments, but more lighting than what they were using in the demonstrations. And that's how we got noticed. Now we're going to be doing demonstrations on the new technology. We can go outside with that stuff. We got a greenhouse we can have built and have our screens in there. How many people are doing demonstrations on their ambient light rejection technology in a greenhouse at 9 o'clock in the morning in the middle of the day? No one. They're too busy hiding from light. You look at Elite Screens and their video basically had their screens in a hotel room and every single window covered because of the sunlight. And we play out there in that. I should do a video with a bunch of people, like kids, have a bunch of kids, and they all have t-shirts by each company. Like, hey, can you come out and play? And the mother comes to like, no, they can't come out and play. Like, oh, darn it. That'd be funny as I don't know what. But we could do that. It wouldn't be slander if it's true. That's what people understand. They get upset, they get angry, they get bitter. And they say, well, you know, you can't. Yes, I can. I can do whatever I want to do because at the end of the day, if I can back it up and show it's 100% true what our technology does, I can say that. So our technology right now of having ability to be able to absorb sunlight outside and show images, our technology is now more powerful than Black Diamond, Elite Screens, or any certified screen you could possibly name. And if they don't believe it in the day, well, let's go check it out. We can go outside and I can watch my screen absorb sunlight and see what yours does. You don't have technology like that. So $7,000 for a screen, that has to be in an ambient light controlled environment when we can go outside and watch a movie, pierce a black screen at 300 lumens. Yeah, okay, sure. Now mind you, if I use your same projectors that you use in your inside demonstrations outside on our technology. Wow, wouldn't that be crazy? So yeah, I can make that on camera. I can make that statement easily. And you want to basically bring me up, knock yourself out. I guarantee you, it's not going to be something you don't like. I can take a great green screen, red screen, blue screen, purple screen, and I can overpower your stuff with a different color screen. So with that being said, we have a right to say that our new ambient light rejection gain, or ILEG infusion light energy gain, is far better than certified screens right now. Black Diamond's black screen requires 8,000 lumens. We did it at 300 lumens on a transparent outside. That holds a ton of weight. What do we got going on here with this demonstration? This one here. I like doing this one. It's got those beautiful colors in it. The first thing that always comes up when they reach out is to work something out. We can work together. We got connections at the end of the day. We can help your technology get where it needs to go. We don't need you. You need us. That's why you're reaching out to us. We don't reach out to you. My Lord provides everything we need. And we're good. You need us. That's what it comes down to. You can't promise me money. God will bless us with that. You can't promise me with my business to connect. God will bless me with that. So what do we need you for? We need us. That's when people mess up. They don't put God into it, and they put those people into it, and they go, oh yeah, I'll sign in with you. You don't know, no idea what you're getting yourself into. I signed in with a big company for a long time ago. Never will do that again, ever again. Never again. You're better off just doing it yourself. Don't sign in with anybody. Better off doing it yourself. If they're developing screens already, and you have a screen that's more powerful than theirs, what are they going to be able to use that thing for? They can't go in and remake all their screens all over again. That's going to cost them millions of dollars, so they can't do that. And they can't partnership with you because that's not going to work, especially if your screen costs less than their screen and it's better than their screen. Because that's a no-brainer. You go to a convention show and you see their screen up there, and you see your screen up there, and your screen costs far less and better than theirs. You're going to buy their screen? No. So you're still a threat to them. So the best thing they can do is try to buy you out. That's what they're trying to do. Now, if you're not going to buy out, then that's pretty much it. I mean, they'll probably try to use a bully tactic and try to sue you, but they can't do that technically because you haven't done anything wrong. So there's nothing they can really do but just take the hit. Or try to figure out how to develop, which they can't do this because they started charging all this money for their screens. They can't come up with a screen that's better than their screens and charge less. That's going to basically cause confliction with the screens they've already made. So there's no way out of that situation. Virtually impossible. You can't charge $7,000 for a screen here that's gunmetal gray, and then develop a black screen with our technology embedded into it, and basically charge the customer for less. That's not going to work. That's going to charge you more money. That's the only way I see it happen. They're going to charge you a lot more money because it's a black screen. So with that being said, and you don't want to charge more money, unless you're going to be one of the people that are going to sell out and you are going to charge more money for the screen because they have the capital of people they know they can buy it, you can go down that route. Or if you decide like me that you don't want to basically sell to them and you basically want to keep the screen so everybody can afford it, then you become a potential problem for them. That's what happens. So unless I jump on board with them and I agree, hey, you can charge $100,000 for this screen, they're going to sell it. And they got the people to pay for it. That means the rest of you guys get kicked out. But that's most likely what they do. They toss a lot of money away. Now, since I'm not into that and I can't be bought, there's your problem right there. And naysayers, keep in mind, I have no idea why you guys get upset about this. It has nothing to do with you. You have no product, no screen, no test. You have nothing at all. Nothing to show for it. What the heck are you in here anyway talking about anything to begin with? You don't even make, one of them doesn't make screen paint. The other one hasn't made anything, hasn't built a site, nothing whatsoever, no activity, not a thing. Y'all don't back y'all stuff up. So the fact that you guys are trying to have a voice in the home theater community is a joke at the end of the day. You don't add anything to it. You don't get anything to it. Contribute nothing to it. Those are usually the people at the end of the day. The people who don't contribute anything to nothing are the ones that have the loudest voices at the end of the day. Don't do any work, the loudest voices. So with that being said, it's not about you. It's about big screens, certified, real screens at the end of the day, big companies. It's nothing to do with you. You're just mad because we could do this and you can't. That's what it comes into. That's what it comes down to. Truthfully, we can do this and you can't. We're at this level and you're not. That's what it is. Jealousy. Well, that's your problem. That sounds like a personal problem to me, so I got things to do. Moving on. But yeah, the big companies at the end of the day, yeah. So they know we can't sell. They hear my videos, they know who I am. We're not selling out. On top of that, people make those dinky paints. They love for us to sell it. You know why? Because that means it gets us out of your way. We're not going anywhere at all, period. But I do advise you to go somewhere else. Like, go somewhere else. Because if you mention my name, I'm going to come to your site and buy your stuff up. You know what happens to people at the end of the day? Well, you don't want those cancellations. They're embarrassing. Because again, once you get a cancellation from us, that shows in the day you can't back your product up. Or refusals. Which means you don't have to know your own demonstration. I can make your paint. I can literally make your product and send it right back to you. One version, which is yours, and another version, which will be an advanced version. I can reverse your stuff. Because you know what? You already told me your secret. Your environment tells me how your stuff is made. Did you know that? I've made so much great paint in my timeline that your environment literally tells your secret about how your paint's made. Because I can see all the areas in your environment that you're trying to avoid light, that you're using high-end machines that require high contrast. You've already told on yourself. Calibrated machines, you told me everything about your stuff. Then I go through your site and look for tests, certain tests we're looking for. If we can't find it, we know how to make your stuff. You already gave up that much information. Now you see how my stuff is designed? The lighting we have in here, type of projectors we have in here. It's a headache to even try to beat one of these match and better challenges because they're berserk. Shows that stuff is very hard to mimic. Been around for 14 years. No one's been able to touch your stuff. I even put challenges out. Match and better challenges. All those are all challenges to make her stuff. Now one person can basically do any of the demonstrations. Getting on YouTube and mixing some crap together and saying, oh, I got this stuff. Not enough. You have to do all the demonstrations we have in that product. So if that product has 30 demonstrations, get to work. No one's going to touch you. No one's going to touch that stuff. They buy from the real deal, which is us. And then we can turn around and make your stuff and send it back to you, and I guarantee you $100, that package will get refused. Ah, look at that. Is that freaking amazing? Yeah. That's the worst thing you want to go through is a freaking refusal. That's worse than matching house paint. We'll give you the price that we made it for. I'll make your stuff for $15 and $20. I guarantee a match. I can match certified screens. Easily. That's what I did with the Black Diamond. I matched your screen with the paint. Why do you think they contacted me? They didn't contact me because I was in the back there doing cartwheels. We're able to match their screen using a paint. That's why I say your product has potential. They want to be careful how they use words. Can't say your product is, wow, match your stuff exactly. No, you don't want to give us that kind of confidence at the end of the day. And I knew it because I had the sample sheet there. I was going on testing for years. Not testing for years. It's a couple months for testing. It's a potential. Look at that. Green screen. Can you believe that? Look at that. A green screen is pulling red, yellow, and blue. And green. She has green for the light. Look at that. So that green technology can read color. Better than a white screen, better than a gray screen. Let me see. Let's put the machine off. Do we have a black surface here? I think we have one here. Should we have somewhere? Yeah, give me a gray one too. Gray one? What's gray one at? Shit, over here with the rest of them. I never keep track of my stuff. Dark gray. But I got that one today, like, that's dark gray. That's not a whatchamacallit screen. That's not a green screen. That's a dark gray screen. We had to entertain that one today. What do we keep losing that sample for the whatchamacallit? Keep losing that sample for that gray screen. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out exactly where I put it at. Why don't I put it back over here? This is where it should be at. It really needs to be over here in this pile of stuff right here. Another darker gray screen. We'll use that one too. I keep using a sample at. I'll tell you, I'll use that gray surface more times than I can count. Huh. We'll find it. It's in here somewhere. Gotta be here somewhere. It kind of disappeared. Just walked off somewhere. Well, we gotta start putting that thing up somewhere, because I keep losing it. I wonder if I put it not there. There's so many places in here you can put something at. Oh man, I can forget the problem. I get the warehouse, man. That I'm gonna lose stuff in there like crazy. I want to get freaking a beacon device or something on my stuff. Because I know my stuff's gonna be. I'm gonna lose stuff like crazy in there. Have anybody seen the power drill? Okay, the power drill. See a power drill. There it is. Can't find the power drill. I'm gonna put some kind of like detecting device. I know me at the day. I'm gonna be dropping stuff in there and losing it left and right. Alright, so let's see. We got gray. Can the screen be gray? That's gray. We got dark gray certified. Some people thought it was dark. And some people thought it was a black screen. I have no idea where they got that one from, but they thought it. And then we got another darker gray here. So that's what everybody thought the screen was. Whoever's in the forum site, they couldn't believe that a green screen would have that capability. So we have gray. Definitely doesn't match, right? We have black. Doesn't match either, right? So the black doesn't match right there. Watching Taco, he's about to do something weird. We have a darker gray. That doesn't match it. And then we have gray itself, which I don't know where people are seriously colorblind. That's some serious colorblind nonsense right there. I literally thought the screen was gray. No, not gray. That screen's green. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? It's white? No, it's not white. Is it silver? No, oops, wrong one. Not silver. It's green. So you just watch the green screen pull multiple colors, pull contrast shifting technology, high white levels, and it's green. And we have a bunch of these we're going to be making. Yep. Ooh. So isn't that pretty cool, right? Naysayers, they're like, what the freak? This joker has a freaking different color screen now. Yeah, we do. Finish yourself. There's a lot of these. A lot of them. So, I would advise you don't cry too much, you'll get headaches. Did I tell you that we can develop technology at will, right? These are brand new. I just developed these. Let me put it over there. I'm gonna have a little fun with something real quick. All right. Let's take this gray screen, because that's what I've been dying to do. There's the gray screen right here. Now that's our refusal. Basically a gift from Crow 1176. This is your stuff, man. I'm going to give it to you as it is, okay? You can get mad all you want, frustrate, we don't care. It's your stuff. Sent it back to you, sent it back to me. It's mine now. We call it the refusal. That's the name that we use in all test demonstrations from here on in. Blue screen. No ads. Here we go. You can't read. I told you gray screens don't do jack, man. So this is a screen that's green, and it literally picks up the color blue better than a gray screen. Because I literally had this conversation today in a forum site. I'm like, well, you know, if it's a color screen, it's not going to. We love these guys in the day. If it's a color screen, it's not going to be to pick up proper color. Yeah, it didn't go well in the room for them. Started off with 50 people in there, and all of them just left one by one. Whatever, don't care. If you leave the room, it doesn't bother me. Just at the end of the day, you just accepted defeat. That's what it is. All right, let's go check out some other colors. Let's check out, well, we do green. We're definitely going to be proud of that because we have green. Let's try it. Green screen. Now, mind you have several versions of green. You also have dark green, you have light green. You got to add those in there because what happens is when it comes to the gray screen or white screen, you skip the entire category of darker colors, which you do pick up. You think out of 1.7 colors out of a projector, none of them are going to be dark? Come on now. Let's be reasonable here. So there's dark green. You can't see it. So if you're claiming that you use gray screens to watch the football game, you do know what the AstroTurf color, the AstroTurf is, right? They're green. So that means that anything that comes up in green, it washes out on your screen. That's why when I watch a lot of demonstrations of gray screens, they're in super dark environments. Because you know why? The screen doesn't work. And our $16.25 Epson doesn't work on a gray screen at all. You know, it's funny, it's the same color as the Frankenstein mix had on that Epson projector. It's going to have that same grayish kind of look to it. Yeah, they don't work on gray screens. That's why if you got a gray screen right now, your projector does not function on your screen. Neither white or gray, they don't read. Let me see. And they'll say, but it reads, and they'll turn out the lights. Got that lime green. Lime green. Let's pick up purple. Purple screen. You can already see contrast is not going to go for you, right? It's just not going to go. Purple screen. There we go. Purple. Yeah. See how your color's light and faded all? It's supposed to be a darker purple. See how it's too light here? Way too light. It's supposed to be this color, purple. Dark purple. And again, I can't express enough, these colors weren't done in any of the demonstrations. What happened to the dark colors? Literally, you ever watching a demonstration on a gray and white screen? They literally skipped an entire category of colors. What happened to the dark colors? Dark red. Oh, let me see. Screensaver dark red. Get on with it. Screensaver, dark red. Unless you guys are going to sit there and tell me at the end of the day that dark red isn't a color, then there's something wrong with you at the end of the day. Are you going to tell me at the end of the day that dark colors are never used? What are you, seriously? Do you know what color the blood is on freaking whatchamacallit on oh my goodness, just right, everything has dark red in it. Literally every game has dark red in it of some sort. But Warhammer, yeah, Warhammer has really heavy, super crazy contrast levels in there. You're not pulling that up on a gray screen. That will never read on a gray screen or white screen. And my buddy, we sat there and talked about, said, you know, they skipped an entire category of colors. And you're supposed to be showing these colors off in fully lit environments. Yeah, we watch them do it in dark environments. Come on, stop doing that. Stop doing demonstrations in these dark environments. Come on now. Yeah, oh my goodness, the freak. Put white levels next to that. Isn't that interesting? That's a green screen. Look at that. Let's have a little fun here. 4K Snow Cottage. I just asked for 4 cottage and got no cottage. There you go. So if you think at the end of the day that green technology, you're going to be able to pull a higher white level, you have sadly mistaken. It has an AG47 in it. If you ever saw the demonstration, look it up. Go to my channel and look up an AG47. It's actually called it's an element compound of silver. That's what it stands for. Look up that screen. You will see a screen generate a white level, a silver one, so high that it was able to turn a white sheet of paper dark. It was able to read a higher white level than white. That's what sits in that technology now today. So that screen's green. And it's able to pull a white level that can blend easily into a gray screen. It reads better color than a gray screen. And wait, there's more contrast levels. Star screen. Bet you I got it. I bet you didn't need it. Oh, Star Screen is the original for Transformers. Starfield Saber. Bet you that one too. Star Screen Saber. Oh, it keeps on putting the field in it. It's Starfield. Starfield Screensaver. There we go. Let's see what works here. Yeah, a shifting technology. So, can't pick up the contrast, can't basically produce better white levels, and it reads better color. And the screen's green. So if you're in your football man cave and you had a gray screen in there, this is what you'll be picking up. None of your contrast, none of your colors, nothing will pull in. AK Desired Nature. Let's pull this one with makeup. Mind you, this is just one of them. There's a bunch of these coming out. So with that being said, every single one of them have the ability to do something that the average screen can't do. Let's go to videos. Need I say any more? So now our color technology, of roughly probably 20 of them, are far more advanced than traditional old gray screens. Everything we have in here is more advanced than gray screens. Everything. Now we can change the color out of our product at will. I'm not doing with the full makeup on it. Full makeup. Full makeup. should have been in here. That's one with the with the full makeup, the whole thing. Got videos? Okay. I have no idea why it's not the full one, but I want them with the full. But it doesn't make a difference to me. Yeah, this should be it. There we go. I have no why. I gotta put this real quick. I have no why you naysayers come in here. Why? You know what's gonna happen every time you come in here. Every time you come into my channel, it's the same thing. You guys scream, yell, probably cry on your end, run into your room, write into your diary. It's the same thing. Every single time. You know that. You come in here tomorrow and I'll make you cry again. You come in the next, I'll make you cry again. I'll make you cry for the entire month, the entire year. You'll watch me at trade shows from God knows where you're going to be at the end of the day. Not a good place, I know that for a fact, from what you got yourself in trouble with. Either way, you'll see some trade shows. You'll see my commercials pop up. And you will cry, cry, cry. You keep it up, you're going to basically kill out your tear ducts. If you're expecting to come into my channel and you expect to see failure, you are sadly mistaken. We've been winning for 14 years. I've beat more people than you at the end of the day. You think you guys are the first little dinky trolls that had come up on my company, my second day? Man, I've had companies, tons and tons and tons of trolls before you ever existed on my channel. And I beat every single one of them. You think you guys can do something at the end of the day? You're getting crushed in the process. Look at this. Look at the situation that they're in. They're getting crushed. You got the best products on the market. And now you can alter and change the color of a screen at $24,000 the ceiling on a projector that cost me roughly $16.25 sitting eco mode. That's a 600 by 800 720p SPGA projector. It doesn't even have an HDMI port in the back of it. If you're sitting up there with some high power projector in a dark environment, you've already lost. You know how embarrassing it's going to be? Who was the guy who sat there and said that their color levels are off? I got to make a little conversation with him. Explain that with a screen that's green. Pick any certified you want. My goodness. You don't know jack about us at the end of the day. Ooh, let's get this. See that ashy gray around the screen? There you go. Because it can't read color correctly. A gray screen literally can't read a color next to a screen that's green. You know how sad that is? Another problem it's having? The lighting in the environment. It can't absorb it. So it's turning ashy gray. And again, you know, this product that is today, that's an individual talked a whole lot of nonsense on YouTube about how his product is so different than everybody else's. There's nothing special about that stuff. As you can see, now if I really want to make things a little rough for this guy, I can send him back to package and send him another one. I'll take that out. Matter of fact, we'll make another one, a fresh batch, and we'll send it to him. And get a second refusal off of him. We can send another one out. This time I'll put apple barrel in it, sealed up, and I'll put in microblend slip silver, which you've been trying to get him to do for years, and he refused to do it. I bet you get another refusal. I bet you get that package right back here again. So that tells you right there, he can't back his own product up. Okay, we'll send it out again. He can sit there all day long and says, "Do not harass me, buddy. We're using this against you in court. You ripped a lot of people off. You stole from a lot of people. You can't back up your own product. How are you selling something to customers that you can't back up yourself?" That's a lawsuit at the end of the day. That's a major lawsuit. Now, somebody came out there and told you that these hailers we got at the end of the day are guaranteed to help you get your air back. And you go back and you send the inhalers back to this guy to do a live stream demonstrating these, and he sends them back to you. He won't stand behind them. Is that something you're really going to stick up to your mouth and expecting it's going to save your life? No. And we sold a whole bunch of these things to a whole lot of people who paid for these things, and they don't actually work the way they're supposed to work. That's a major lawsuit. It's a major, major fraud charge. So the fact that we got that package here, knowing that that's the same thing that was made off his site, that's a major fraud charge. And anyone else that was involved in basically helping him push the campaign on this product, you're involved in it too. Look, I can't even pull the background. That's why I said we have names. A lot of names have been thrown into that hat over this mess. That guy ripped a lot of people off. You helped him sell that mess. Well, you got to pay back that money. That money's going to come out of your banking accounts or whatever. They got to pay restitution. They ripped a lot of people off, and they're going to do them with this PayPal account. And with this account, you can erase this account all they want. It's still there. You can erase your PayPal account. It's still there. They're going to go and get a subpoena. They're going to go through all the people that he sold to, and they're going to contact them and say, hey, you have some money coming back to you because you're the guy who sold you the product has been being convicted for fraud. Yeah, that package is yeah, got it back. So we call it the refusal. Well, she doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. When I said my bars come up darker than his. Those things green. They may have you sign a petition. You have to go to your PayPal account and get your, if you of course you pay with your PayPal. You go through, if you can't find your receipt, you go through your PayPal account and you basically find it from there. That's where you find it. Print it up, all you do is submit it, show that you actually did buy from this guy. Because we're going to hit him with this. We're definitely going to hit him with this. A ton of people off. And then try to slander everybody around him to make him seem like they were doing something bad and he wasn't. Oh yeah, I can definitely take the book for this mess. This was awful. It cost me $15 to make that stuff. $15 freaking dollars to make it. And then people pay $90 for it, they pay $60 for it, $85 for it. And it costs us $15. And that's with the mica. That's what makes it messed up. Because the one he was selling to you guys wasn't even real. It didn't have any mic in it. You don't know how that works, right? Metallica mix, silver mix. You buy something called silver or gold Metallica. It's supposed to have a kind of a strange little silver-like color to it. It's not supposed to be gray. He sold you gray paint and named it Metallica. You got ripped off. Oh, what the freak? Look at that mess. Look at that. That's awful. You see how awful that paint is? That screen paint is absolutely awful. Look at it. Didn't even pick up anything. Look how close we are to the freaking screen. We're right here. Right there. It didn't pick up anything. Yeah. Waste of money. Well, for those who paid out for it. We bought it at the end of the day. We bought it because we had to use it for testing, regardless. That's what we needed for it. But other than that, we didn't paint that stuff to our wall. We didn't dare paint that thing on my wall at the end of the day. Wreck my whole setup? No. But other people did. They painted it right to their wall. Hey, 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 I'm watching you. I don't care. I don't care. Don't talk back to me. I'll watch you because you know exactly what you like to do. So he talk back. He definitely talks back. Hey, Taco. Round. I'm picking up your treats today too. What you want? I'm not getting you the catnip. Catnip was too much, man. He just bouncing off the wall with that stuff. Wow, well, something else. But yeah, $15. That's it. Cost us to make it. We send it right back. He refused to send it right back to us. So we're gonna take him to court on that too. That's another thing we got to take him to court on. So yeah, you might get a email from the courts. Somebody contacts you and say, hey, look, you know, he's found guilty. You know what I mean? The stuff it is what it is. It's house paint. That's all it is. And if you were told something different, that the product was going to do all these special things, then you got money coming back to you. You get your $85, whatever you paid for it. Yeah, that's a shame. That's a hot shame. Yep. And then those of you who supported that nonsense, I'm going to make sure 100% that your names are added in that pot. I guarantee. I got your videos and everything supporting that product. I'm going to make sure you're added in with it. Because if he's going to pay restitution, you got to pay it too. Mind you, along with that nonsense comes heavy fines and fees, and also too potential jail time because it's serious fraud. So you could be looking at some time away. You got to consider how much paint this guy sold at the end of the day, and he's not able to back any of this stuff up. So you're going to be looking at maybe jail time after this. So yeah, that's what I said. That's why you request stuff to be tested before you buy it. So that way you don't get ripped off in the process. If there's no test underneath these products, then don't go near them. Now these people right now just got basic house paint sitting on their walls right now. That's what they have. Nothing special. And if he gets up there and says, oh, he's wrong, buddy, your package is right under my desk, man. What else we got to say is right there. You sent it back to me as a restriction sitting on that label. Only person can able to refuse that is you. So you sent it back. There ain't nothing new. Got a bunch of receipts. I mean, we're there still on top of that. From the website and from eBay. Got back money there too. Don't work. If a person's going to back it up, they're going to back it up. You know how people are. They're going to back it up. If a guy jumped the Grand Canyon 30, 40 times, and you come out there and say, you can't jump the Grand Canyon, that jerk will come out of his trailer fully suited up. Like, let's do this. Or call me at the end of the day. Tell me, I don't do what I do at the end of the day. Yeah, watch this. Make you eat them words. And people are like that. If you can't back it up, then, you know, you're just going to 100,000 excuses, a lot of insults, cursing you out. So that's what you don't get. Everybody sit outside the sports bar. Got there an hour early because they had a discussion about sports stats. And he knew he was right, which he was. I wasn't getting involved in that discussion. But anyway, he came back with the information. He sat out there an hour before the bar opened up. When the guy showed up, the county walked up to him, he had a conversation, and showed him stats. So in your face! Guy couldn't get mad about it. Shoot you, okay. Whatever. I'll buy you a free beer. That was it. But people would do that. He sat there and said, wait a minute, you need to tell me. You went online, got that information. Sat outside an hour before it opened up and waited for him to come in here just to say in your face. That's how people are. If you're right, you're right. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. Yeah. It's human nature. We're like that. We like to back things up. I've done it a couple of times. I've done going out of my way to prove something that then they can do. I do it all the time on camera. We do it all the time. So we have all these tests, black versus black tests, all that stuff. We have all those tests. And we back our stuff up. Batch number test, verification test, test before the product launches. All that's backing our stuff up. remember that kid's name too on top of that. He was on a date. He was all out there at the art museum, all geared up. He just came in from playing hockey, all geared up. And he came back from a date. He was on a date with a female. And he told her that he was one of those guys that goes down the art museum stairs backwards on skates. And she didn't believe him. She thought he was just, kind of at the height because of the date. And that joker came back where we were at with the suit on and everything. He was had a suit on throughout the dinner with his skates. Josh, that was his name. His name was Josh. Yep. Came back with the skates and went down those stairs backwards. And she was like, "Oh my goodness!" Like, yeah, he was on. Because you see him all the time. You're out there walking everything. You see this guy's plowing down the stairs backwards and frontwards. And he was one of those guys that did it all the time. And he told her that, "No, I'm one of those guys that go down there and sit in the back with skates on." She's like, "Yeah, right. You don't do that. You're just hyping it up." A lot of people say they can skate and can't skate. So you get out there and then you find out they can't skate. They can't skate. But yeah, he was hyping it all up. But anyway, yeah, he went down the stairs with that suit on. So you mean to tell me Josh came all the way from his date? He's talking about this date he was be with this girl he liked for a long time. And finally got a chance they finally went out. And he's at the art museum, going down the art museum with skates on. She said he couldn't go down the stairs. Oh, I got to say about that. Got to back that up. I'm watching you. Don't do anything weird on camera. Yeah. That was a funny day, man. But hey, he backed it up. And that's what that is funny because it comes into that. If you can back it up, you can back it up. Where you at? Cheesy breads. Cheesy breads. My niece calls them cheesy bread. Cheesy breads. Cheesy breads. Cheesy breads. We're done anyway. Hey, people. I had fun showing off a new green screen. I got to find all the football teams that got green involved. And I got to contact my buddy. He knows somebody who works at the NFL. He'll pitch him the green. He's going to pitch probably Philadelphia first because we got it first. The first screen we did is Philly. It's green. I'm an Eagles fan. But then again, that still runs a line of Green Bay Packers and I guess, I don't know. The New York Jets might be a little off, a little different. So we can change the tone to the green. That's not a problem. The match chance, no problem at all. But yeah, I'm happy with the screen. I freaking love it. Yeah, I love it, people. I love it. Enjoy taco. I love it. And of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology, because if it weren't for Him, none of this would ever be possible. Oh, look at that gallop. Look at that gallop. Did you just gallop? He just galloped. He threw his head back and galloped. He just took off. Round. He's got the zoomies. He's got the zoomies. What are you doing with the zoomies? Talk around. 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 Oh. Oh. Oh, backflip. Totally awesome backflip. But anyway. Yeah. Let me get my other lights on. Wow. Wow. Yeah, we can't wait. I got a red one to show off today, so I'm getting around to that one soon. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. We got to go. Thank you for your time, and God bless. Got the zoomies. You got the zoomies. Them zoomies.